Hi gang, this is Mike Garner from Mr. GTV and MrMikeGarner.com, and you won't see me because I'm just driving back. You might wonder why I'm doing a video when you can't see me, but I teach that you should release information, that you should express yourself when you have a superconscious connection. A lot of people don't even understand what that means, but what that means is that there are moments in your life when you just have a moment of genius, and the more you express those moments of genius, those moments become minutes, those minutes become hours, those hours become days, those days become weeks. I think you know where I'm going with this. That the more that you connect to superconscious you, the more superconscious you flows through you and from you. And superconscious you is your connection to the universe. And driving my truck connects me to the universe. Think about the amount of things that get you into a super connected flow state. That flow state is when you're at your best, and it's actually when you're out of the way. It's when you're not blocking yourself. You don't have to see me to hear me, and you actually don't have to see me to feel me. You can hear my vibration through my voice. And at that level of vibration where you can't see me, you don't judge me. And you and me are exactly the same. You and me are we. So to a large extent, not seeing me helps you get me, understand me, connect to me. And the whole purpose of this presentation, I'm going to come into the lights in a minute so you'll see me again, is to encourage you to connect to yourself, to get into that flow state where you get yourself out of the way, all your judgments, all your decisions, all your hang-ups, all the things that hold you back, all your preconceived ideas about what you're capable of, who you are, what you're worth, where you're going, where you've been. Get past all that shit and shift. All that shit contaminates you. All those decisions that you've made up to watching this presentation limit you. You're far greater than that. The world limits you, but you're in the world, but you're not of the world. In the world you have consciousness. That's when you identify to your name. You have a personality. But beyond that personality, the person that you are, who is the witness of you, that person that's watching you all the time, that's always been with you, that person that says to you now, I understand what Mike Garner's saying, I don't understand what Mike Garner's saying, I agree with this, I don't agree with that. That person that watches you succeed and fail, that person who gives you your best guidance, or maybe criticizes you or encourages you, that's who you really are. That's beyond your programming, and you came into the world with that, and you'll leave the world with that. But whilst you're in the world, you identify to your name, like I'm Michael Frank Garner. But I assume many personalities. I'm a dad, I'm a son, although my parents are dead, but I still consider myself a son. I'm a hypnotist, I'm a Reiki master, I used to be a motor mechanic, I'm a guitarist, at the moment I'm driving this car. I do many things, and in each one of those identities, I have a different personality. I'm a 4th Dan mixed martial arts instructor. When I put my karate suit on and tie that black belt round my waist with 4 stripes on it, I become a different person. When I wore my AA uniform as an AA man, I became a different person. But the whole point of talking to you now where you can't see me is that you don't judge me, you can't see me. I'm none of those people. All those people are in me, but they don't define me, they're just parts of me. Now you might be a mum, a dad, a son, a daughter, a sister, a brother, an auntie, an uncle, a worker, retired, self-employed, unemployed, homeless, able, disabled. And those are just parts that you're playing in this pantomime, in this circus, on the stage of the world. You're acting. And the reason that I'm talking now in the dark, driving, and this just becomes an audio, is because isn't it wonderful when you can't see something and therefore you don't judge it? And the lesson there is that when you see something, you instantly identify to it, and then you refer to what decisions you've made the last time you looked at it. So you see a horse, and you either like a horse or you don't, which is a decision that you made in the past. Or you hear a piece of music, you like it or you don't, or you taste some food, or you feel something, you smell something, you touch something, and you either like it or you don't. All based on decisions that you made in the past, your conditioning, your programming. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could surpass that programming, if you could go beyond that programming and start again? If you became a blank screen like the one that you're aware of now listening to me, no image. If you could completely reinvent yourself, and whatever self-image you had, whatever self-concept, whatever you thought yourself to be, whatever you conceived, perceived, if you could reinvent that. Well, it's 2022, the 6th of January, and whenever you're watching this presentation or listening to it, and here I am back in the light, wouldn't it be amazing if you could reinvent yourself? Well, you can. I have a Genesis program. Genesis is all about beginnings. It's about creation and recreation and evolution. Genesis, genetics, genes, genius, generating energy. And you can go beyond your programming. You are not what you own. You're not your history. You're not your reputation. You're not your bank balance. You're not your title, your job title, or whatever title you give yourself within your family or your society. You're none of those things. You do those things, and you own those things maybe, but that's not who you are. You're not your possessions or your reputation. You're not your status. If you were, then when those things are gone, who are you? Who are you without your bank balance? Who are you when you're not working? Who are you when maybe you're on your hospital bed in the last moments of your life and you haven't got any of those things? We really can learn a lot at that moment of birth and death. Birth is a new beginning, and death we think is the end, but it's just a transformation. We don't have to wait until we die to transform. We can transform, reinvent ourselves, reimagine ourselves, re-engineer ourselves whilst we're here to become better selves. If there's any part of your programming that's not working for you, you can overwrite that. If there's any part of your past that you regret, you can shift from that. If there's any part of your past that you celebrate, you can raise your vibration from that. And anything that you want to happy and do, you can happy and do. Don't let people steal your dreams. Don't let people tell you, and don't tell yourself, that you're not worthy, you're not capable, you're not clever enough, you're not intelligent enough, you're not in the right place, you're the wrong intelligence, you're the wrong sex, you're in the wrong geographical location. Those are just excuses. Those are just self-limiting beliefs, and you can move beyond all of those self-limiting beliefs, because they do limit you, and the person that's limiting you is yourself. The self-limiting beliefs You can have self-empowering beliefs. You can have been do anything that you deserve and desire, and you do deserve it, and if you desire it, you can have it. You can move towards it, and you won't just be happy when you get it, you can enjoy the process. When you get into the flow and you know how to use the flow state, the self-hypnotic state, the hypnagogic state, the transcendental state of working with morphogenetics and re-engineering your life, reimagining your life, using your powerful mind, all things are possible, and dormant forces rise up within you, and you can access not just your five senses but your extra senses and become amazingly magical. Amazingly magical. That's a mouthful. Amazingly magical. Now I'm coming now back into the light. Street lights are coming in. You can start to see me, so therefore you start to judge me. I want you to get past judgment. I want you to get past limitation. I want you to get past previous decisions and decide that 2022 is the year for you to reimagine yourself, reinvent yourself through my Genesis process. And if you're interested, and I'm sure you are, you're a phone call or a text message or an email or an inbox message away from instantly changing, because the minute you engage in this process, life becomes magical. Email me at mike@mrmikegarner.com. Put your name in the comments box below, or text me on the contact details that are on this page where you're viewing the presentation, and re-engineer your life and reimagine yourself to be everything that you deserve and desire to be. Do it now. Don't hesitate, don't wait. Now's the time to create the life that you deserve and desire, using your powerful mind. And it's so simple, and it's fun. And I always say that if I don't change you, I won't charge you, and if there's no fix, there's no fee. I've worked with hundreds of clients, and I've taught thousands of students how to become everything that they're capable of being. Do it for yourself, and contact me now. Take care. Enjoy your mind. God bless.